Hi there, Mikey B here again, technical marketing evangelist here at Nutanix. And today we're diving into NAI, Nutanix Enterprise AI once again, as part of the 2.5 update and how-to series covering Identity Access Management, or IAM. So this covers local users, it covers LDAP, it also covers SAML, and today we're going over LDAP. So you ready? Let's jump in. Let's go ahead and jump into our configuration. So in the main Nutanix Enterprise AI interface, go ahead and click on Users. This is going to throw up a whole bunch of brand new options in version 2.5. And today we're going to click on IDP configuration. This is where the LDAP and SAML configurations are housed. So we're going to simply click on the blue button called Add Identity Provider and choose Active Directory / OpenLDAP. This is going to pop up a whole new window with a bunch of new options. So let's walk through each of these. For those of you familiar with integrating an LDAP or an Active Directory, this should be a piece of cake, but let's walk through them. So you can choose between Active Directory or OpenLDAP. The next piece here is throwing in a name. This name has no bearing on your actual configuration, but is more helping you identify what it is in the main user interface. You cannot use a period here, otherwise it sees it as kind of a pointer. So let's go ahead and just use a dash or an underscore. I'm going to call this NTNX lab underscore local. For domain, this is going to be your Active Directory domain. So I'm going to put in our example one here, .local. And then this is the directory URL. So this starts with LDAP to identify the protocol. We also support LDAP-S, which is secure, so you can add that in as well. Do a colon, a whack, and then add NTNX lab.local :389. Next, secondary URLs. We don't have one. You can put one there if you'd like. And then search type is going to be recursive or non-recursive, and non-recursive is set by default, and we're going to leave that. And last but not least is the administrator / domain user account that has access to actually integrate this. So we're going to add ours in here. Administrator at NTNX lab. .local. And then we're going to throw in our password and click save. All right, directory successfully configured. I'll be honest, I've recorded this video a few times. This is the first time I've actually gotten it all to work in one take, so pretty awesome. We're now going to add Active Directory users to an authorization policy to allow them to log in. And this is how it works in NAI 2.5. So again, into the same screen, we're going to simply click on authorization policies up here, and we're going to choose either admin or user down below. So again, you may have seen previous videos with our IAM implementation on Nutanix Enterprise AI 2.5, but it's limited right now. Expect these options to open up in the future. We'll be able to duplicate and do different things for authorization policies and roles. But for now, these are going to stay static. So we just got to choose one. So we are going to choose the user one. So we're going to simply click on it. And here, the way you add a user is you go ahead and you click up here on the edit button. So this is going to take you into the guided experience. I highly suggest you leave this on. You could turn it off at the top right-hand side, but for now, we're going to use this because it's going to make it super easy based on the current options. So in this 3-step process, steps 1 and 2, step 1 being choose role, you can see up here, and step 2 being define scope. Those really don't have a lot of options to choose from on this current implementation. So we're just going to go ahead and click next on number 1. And then here on define scope on number 2, we're also going to click next as well, as these come out of the box in 2.5. So where the rubber meets the road is really the identities piece. So here we're going to click on local user and change it to our brand new integration of Active Directory, which is in our case, NTNX lab.local. And from here, we'll be able to search. I'm going to put in A because I know that's the user I want, which is administrator. You could type in whatever you like. I'm going to add this administrator to this authorization policy as an identity. And you can see there, it's been input, and now we're going to simply click save and we should be good to go. As you can see here, that user is now set, and we can see an assigned users equal 1 in our case. And now we're going to actually test user access. This is what makes LDAP so easy, is that you can test with virtually any user or even a test user. So in this case, we're simply going to click on our current local admin and click on log out. And this will now take us to a login screen where it will be a little bit different. As you notice, it says log in with your company ID, and now the local piece is now down below. So now we can quickly just type in our username. You don't have to put in the fully qualified domain name. You just have to put in the prefix of it, the actual user portion. And then we're just going to dump in our password and click login. And there we go. Now our administrator from Active Directory is now logged into Nutanix Enterprise AI after being put into an authorization policy. That's all you got to do to integrate your LDAP or Active Directory into Nutanix Enterprise AI 2.5. I'm Mike Barmundi. We'll see you next time.